We're doing a sum of October, November 19, paper 11. It is of control accounts. So the first question is a theory question which says gives two advantages of preparing monthly control accounts. Advantages of preparing the control accounts is that it reduces errors and frauds. It assists us in locating errors. It can help reduce frauds, and it gives us an instant total of your trade receivables and your trade payables. The SLCA would give us an instant total of your trade receivable, and the PLCA would give us an instant total of your trade payables. Now, you're saying name books of prime which Timothy would use to obtain this information while preparing his purchase ledger control account. You should know we have how many books of prime entry? We have 7 books of prime entry. What are those 7 books of prime entry? Sales book, purchase book, sales return, purchase return, cash book, petty cash book, and general journal. So while preparing in PLCA, what is the books of prime entry? For purchase return, it would be the purchase return journal. For contra entry, it would be the general journal, discount received cash book, interest charge, again general journal. These are the common questions that keeps on coming, it keeps on repeating. So you should know about it. Next one, meaning of a contra entry in connection with control accounts. A contra entry is an entry which appears in your PLCA, debit side, SLCA, credit side. Why do you make such an entry? What is the reason for such an entry? The reason to pass a contra entry is when the account of the PLCA is set off against the account of the SLCA, or your customer is also your supplier. You can learn these things. Meaning of a contra entry, it's something that appears in the PLCA, debit, SLCA, credit. 2 reasons why you can have a debit balance in PLCA. A PLCA usually has a credit balance, but we can also have a debit balance when there is overpayment made to a supplier or the goods are returned after the account is settled. The same reasons. Now we are asked to prepare an SLCA account. Since we are asked to prepare an SLCA account, the first thing we would do is the markings. Debit and credit on the opening date. You write the date. You write 1st of October. Opening balances appear on the same side. Credit sales would come on the debit side. Cash sales are not a part of your SLCA. Opening balance on the debit side. Below that we write our credit sales. DIR would be on the debit side. Everything else comes on the credit side. So receipts from customers credit, discount allowed to customers credit, suppliers not a part, return by customers credit, bad debts credit, provision for doubtful debts is not a part of your SLCM, contra on the credit, interest, dishonor interest and refunds that comes on the debit side. Now this is the part where people get confused. This is opening balance on November 1. So opening balance is always below these 2 lines, the closing lines. So on November 1, the debit balance I do not know. That means this is the part that I am looking to find out. Okay? And the credit balance is known to me. Credit balance is known to me. This is the opening balance on November 1, so it will be below the 2 lines. Opening balance, same side. closing balance opposite side. So this 80, do not forget to write this 80 over here. Do not forget to write the 80 over here. Closing balance above the two lines, opening balance below the two lines. With this, we are done with October, November 19, paper 11, Timothy sum.